What is your name?
Tricia Padong, ma'am.
How old are you?
22 years old.
When was your birth date?
October 4, 1996.
What is your marital status?
Married.
How many children?
One son.
One son. How old?
1 year old.
1 year old. So, what is your height and your weight?
My height is 5'4", my weight is 70.
Your weight is 70.
70, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I want to show you these 3 alphabet. Can you read?
TPC.
Yeah, TPC. Try to remember because after a while I will ask you again. I want to test your memory. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please stand up and put up your hand? Okay, okay. Now you can sit down. What is the occupation of your husband?
Construction worker, ma'am.
Construction worker. And you got a son 1 year old. So, who taking care of your son when you come here to work?
My mother, ma'am.
Your mother. How old is your mother?
52, ma'am.
52. So, did you ask permission to your mother and to your husband that you will come here in Malaysia to work?
Yes, ma'am.
So, your mother agree that she will taking care of your son when you come here?
Yes, ma'am.
So, you cannot give us, and you cannot tell us that you want to go home because nobody taking care of your son.
Yes.
So, everything you settle there,
Yes, ma'am.
So, what is your educational level?
High school graduate, ma'am.
How many years in high school?
4 years, ma'am.
So, you finish your study in high school.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you read and answer this?
Yes, ma'am. 107 plus 13. 120, ma'am.
120. How about this one?
98 minus 17. It's 81, ma'am.
81, yeah, correct. I think your mathematics is good. So, are you mentally prepared to come and work?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure that you will not change your mind?
Yes, ma'am.
So, when you come here, do you think you get homesick?
No, ma'am.
No, so you mentally prepared to come and work,
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, can you tell me your working experience as a domestic helper? Do you have experience in
Excuse me,
Philippines?
ma'am.
Do you have experience as
None,
a...
ma'am.
Do you have experience to look to work as a domestic helper in Philippines?
Yes, ma'am.
Where in Philippines?
Just a good cake. San Fernando, La Union, ma'am.
La Union. For how long?
2 years, ma'am.
Okay, 2 years. From what year to what year?
2015, ma'am, to 2017.
So, what was your job there for 2 years in La Union?
Cooking, a good 7 years old
Oh, taking...
girl to take them to school,
Okay, taking care of a 7 years old child.
give their food,
Okay, bring her... Okay.
go to school.
So, she go to school. You bring her to school.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you tell me if how you taking care of the 7 years old child?
take them a bath, give their food, cook their food, um, um,
Okay. What else?
take their things to go to school
Okay.
and bring them home safe.
So you cook her food, prepare her things for the school, help her to go shower, and bring her to the school. So
Yes,
are you the one who bring her to the school?
yes, ma'am.
So when you bring her to school, you walk or ride a bus or what?
A tricycle, ma'am.
Oh,
We ride a tricycle.
you go by a tricycle. So, and did you stay here with the school or you go home first?
I go with them to the school until the class finish. Then we both same home.
Or you stay here and after you wait her until the class finish and you bring her safely to the house. Then
Yes, ma'am.
when you reach in the house, you give her food and when after bring her to sleep and then you do the household work.
Yes, ma'am.
So if we find you an employer look after children or a child go to school, so do you think you can do the job?
Yes, ma'am.
You can, because you have the 2 years experience in Philippines. How
Yes.
about look after a baby? Do you have experience to look after a baby?
Yes, ma'am. My son, I take good care
Oh,
of her
are you the one who
and him.
taking care of him?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me how you're taking care of a baby?
Feed their milk, changing diaper, their clothes, take good care their when you sleep.
Okay, feed the milk, change diaper, change clothing, and bring her to sleep. How about shower? Do you
Yes,
know how
ma'am.
to shower a baby?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
So you know how to shower the baby. So if the baby cry, what will you do?
Um, I carry her and give the milk, and I go dance with her, with him.
Okay. So if the baby cry, you give milk. Maybe she hungry or maybe the diaper is full. She feel uncomfortable. Or maybe she's sick, okay? If you find out the baby sick, you must to tell the mom immediately, okay? You don't simply give a medicine to the baby.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So if we find you an employer to look after a baby, do you think you can do the job?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You can, because you have experience on your own son.
Yes, ma'am.
So how about look after old people? Do you have experience?
I don't have, ma'am, but I'm willing to learn.
Okay, you're willing to learn to look after old people. So if we find you an employer look after old people, you can do the job.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here in Malaysia, we have different types of employer. Got Indian, Chinese, Malay, Korean. So do you think you can work with any nationality?
Yes, yes.
You can, Okay, about the off day. You have a once a week off. But not necessary a Sunday. It can be
Yes,
any
ma'am.
day. It depends the employer.
Yes, ma'am.
And some of the employer, they are very busy. They ask you to work on your off day, but they will pay you. So, can you work on your off day if the employer asks you to work?
Yes, ma'am.
So, you can work, So, if you work more hard, then you can earn more money.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for the first few months, the employer will not allow you to go out because they scared that after you mix up with the wrong people or you got lost, then it give us a lot of problem. So you must to understand that you are new here and you must to build up a trust. Once the trust is there, then everything will be okay. So during your off day, can you have a rest
Yes.
inside your room and not go out?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You can, ah.
Yes, ma'am.
How about the handphone? The handphone, you can use the handphone after work. Here in Malaysia, strictly not allowed to use the handphone during working time.
Yes, ma'am.
You can use the handphone after work, maybe at night, but don't use so long after you don't have enough sleep. You cannot work after the day.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So, do you know how to use and control the phone? Are you addicted on the phone? Are you playing games?
No, ma'am. No.
No, so you must to remember that you come here to work, not to play the phone, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you come here, you must to work hard to earn the money to help your family there in the Philippines.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how long is your contract in Malaysia?
Yes, ma'am.
How long?
2 years, ma'am.
Yes, 2 years. So can you assure me and promise me that you will finish your 2 years and not give problem?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So if you're happy to work in your employer and the employer happy with you, are you willing to extend for more than 2 years?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You can, you can extend, Do you mind to look after pets if the employer have a pets in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how to do hand washing?
Yes, ma'am.
How about household work like sweeping, mopping, wipe the tables? Do you know all this?
Ye-
Household work?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Do you like
Yes, ma'am.
do you like cooking? Do you like
Yes,
cooking?
ma'am.
What food you know how to cook?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You sit properly, don't come so close to the
Sorry.
you sit properly. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you what food you
I
know?
cook chop suey,
Oh, Philippine food.
menudo, sinigang, sweet
Okay.
and sour.
Okay.
Filipino food, ma'am.
Philippine food, So if the employer teach you how to cook, are you willing to learn?
Yes, ma'am.
You willing to learn, Or the employer give you a recipe book. Can you cook through the recipe book?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you afraid to be alone in the house?
No, ma'am.
No, So if even you're alone, you must to work. You must to do your work honestly,
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to obey rules and follow instruction?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any friends or relatives in Malaysia?
None, ma'am.
Nana. So can you promise me not to bring any friends or relatives in your employer house?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot bring anybody inside your employer house, Tricia?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you eat vegetarian food?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how to use electrical appliances?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of height? No, So, if I am your employer here, what will you tell me so that I will select you?
I'm honest, responsibility, and willing to follow the instruction of my employer, ma'am.
Okay, you're honest, you're responsible, and willing to follow instruction.
Follow.
What else?
Hardworking.
And hardworking. You must to work.
Hardworking, ma'am.
Okay, you must to work hard, ah.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you must promise that you will finish your 2 years contract and not give problem, okay? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me the 3 letters that I show you? Hello?
TPT.
Yeah, TPC.
TPT, ma'am.
Okay, okay, correct. I think your memory is good. So you must to be sure that you will not change your mind, because we will try to find an employer for you, okay? Hello? Okay, thank you so much.
Ja, så det är det.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ja, så